Again, love, and welcome back to FTA, or Feel the Art. If you've been here before, it's a pleasure having you back again. If you haven't, this is your first time, we're going to take a look at some art today. Afterwards, we're going to sit with it for a bit, take a bit of inspiration from it, and then make our own bit of art from it. At some point, we're going to have a bit of an intermission, and we're going to sit with ourselves for a moment. You, bitch, as a person, and just feel things out for a minute. Just think. You know what I mean? Just pour whatever you have inside and out at the moment. And then we're gonna go back to the art, and then I'm gonna go listen to some music after all that shit's over with. But you, my love, let me show you what the fuck we got on the platter, on the menu for today, my love. With that said, I'm going to bring you over to the sketchbook. Again, one of the many that I have yet to finish filling out. I think it's important, my love, to come back to some of the things that you've made in the past and to reflect on them, to sit on them. Specifically, this one, I really enjoyed the little spider. I really enjoyed the burst of energy that came with this piece. I won't lie to you, when I did this, I was intimidated by jumping back into art. And I know this date says it wasn't too long ago, but for me it was good. It was very transformative. I was going through some things in life. We won't discuss that here. That's not the time nor the place, nor would I go into too much detail about that. But it really helped me bring myself back out of a bottomless and seemingly inescapable hole within myself. But hey, look at us now. Alright, anyways, what the fuck are we doing today? So today we are going to do something a bit different. Last time we took 3 pieces out of a magazine and we used them as a reference, as inspiration to create something new out of them. And so we're going to do something similar today, but we're going to kind of venture off a bit. We're still going to look at those magazines, at a different magazine, but this time we're going to only pick one. And from that one, we're going to design a little bit of a tattoo, a fun silly little thing. So today I have for you this bird with a big ass bulbous head and some nice big ol' eyes on him. I really like him. I think it's funny. I think he's cute. I think he's silly. I don't want to draw a bird though, so we're gonna do something else. But before we do that, this time we're going to light some incense and then we're going to get into it. We're going to get to the sketch. We're going to afterwards make some stencils and then we'll get to tattooing and slinging some ink around. But before I do that, a bit of a disclaimer. I don't condone you going on Amazon and just buying a machine. I don't have much room to talk in this scenario since that's exactly what I did. When I got my first paycheck from my first job ever, I ordered a bunch of sterilized tattoo needles and ink, and I started stick and poking. And it's been a journey ever since. I haven't looked back, and I don't think I ever will because tattooing, amongst a handful of other mediums, brings me an immense amount of joy, an immense amount of warmth, and fulfillment that I cannot live without. Sure, I'm not tattooing on a regular basis, unfortunately, but the experiences, the connections, the people, the memories I've been able to make, and it's been a blessing, truly. Even just doing it on myself, because I've done most of the work on myself, by myself. And sure, we could say that they're not great, and they aren't all that great. But it's very much been an experience to sit with. When you're in there with yourself entirely. And you are crying, you are laughing. But despite the pain, my love, we press on, and life will go on. With that said, let's get to sketching. A final side note before we do get to sketching. Like I said, I don't condone you grabbing or ordering any of this shit. You can do so. I'm not gonna hold you. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna hold your fucking hands. You do whatever you want, ultimately. But if you decide to do that, my love, I really need you to go do some research. I need you to go do your due diligence, do some homework, look up a lot. Don't just go grab any needle and think, oh yes, this is safe. Ideally, also don't just burn a sewing needle and go at it. People have done that, and it hasn't been horrible, but I don't recommend you do that. Please, and thank you so much. Okay, to the sketch line. Alright, so as far as this cat goes, like I said, I wanted a nice, big, bulbous ass fucking head, much like the Tweety Bird. So that's what we did. I made this guy, and I think he's really cute. I really like how his little mouth looks, and his eyes look a little pouty. He looks a little smug, a little confident, but also a little mysterious.
Whose bow is that? What is your name, Mr. Cat?
So here's our final sketch. We're going to line this out really quick, and then we're going to make some stencils, and we're going to slap it on my leg, and we're going to start slinging some of this fucking ink around. I like the space that I had intended for the cat on my leg. I'm gonna go poke myself with a bunch of needles and most likely, possibly, definitely cry about it just a wee bit. In the meantime, we're gonna go to an intermission. Now, my love, I have a question for you. Do you feel like you at some point have wasted your love on somebody? That's great. Um, I don't think that's the case. I don't think love is ever wasted. I don't think love can be wasted. I think love encompasses everything and everyone that we find ourselves in front of or in. You know what I mean? I think love is in everything and everyone and everywhere. And I think that the love you pour out is never truly wasted because I think that you as a person are simply a mosaic of everything and everyone you've ever loved, and all the sweet little mannerisms that come with that, all the little intricacies that come with that are so vibrant and scream individuality, and I very much appreciate individuality and uniqueness and humanity and the deepness, the depths of which that holds. But for some reason, I keep hearing, I've wasted my love on you. I keep hearing people say that. I don't think you did. Was it tough? Did it hurt? Yeah. Are you gonna miss them forever? Yeah. But how much of a fucking honor and a privilege is that? To have loved somebody so deeply, so fucking deeply, that you'll yearn and miss them for the rest of your life. That you'll see them in wandering little fucking, you know what I mean? Little random passerby leaves rustling around. You'll hear, feel a faint little whisper of what once was. And I don't know about you, love, but me personally, I choose to not let life or the experience that the love was be soured by that. Yes, love hurts like a bitch, brother. But man, does she taste yummy as fuck too, you know what I mean? If you really sit there and savor it, ugh, it's a blessing, an absolute blessing. It will fill you up and fill your cup more than you could have ever asked for, and then some. But on the topic of love and wasting love, bitch, more importantly, I need you to have a self-care summer, a self-love, self-care summer. You know what I mean? I'm so serious. I think it's very important for you to take the time that you need to reflect, to sit with yourself and face the darker parts of you and really try to understand them. Ask the questions that need to be asked. Ask the questions that you are too scared to ask in the moment, but you know you need to have those conversations. Even if you don't fucking say it out loud, you know what I mean? Write that shit down. Let that shit out somewhere. You cannot continuously bottle things up for the rest of your life, my love. At some point you will implode and it's gonna hurt more. So for your sake, I need you to write it down. I need you to tell somebody. I need you to talk to yourself. I don't care how that might make you seem. I don't care how that might make you look. I care about you as a person, fundamentally. At the end of the day, you and I are both just people trying to make it work, trying to make this life the best experience that we can possibly have. And I think that's all we have at the end of the day is love. And I think self-love and self-care and sure, platonic romantic love. Yeah, you know what I mean? Hell yeah, brother. But also, nah, man, go take care of yourself. Go treat yourself. Go on a date with yourself. Treat yourself to a date. Go to the bookstore. Go to the movies. Go to the park with a book, a picnic basket set. Lay that shit out and just
tune everything out. Enjoy the breeze, enjoy the birds, enjoy the fucking sun on your face. My love, I need you to be so grateful for everything that's in front of you. The most simple and mundane things, that's what you need to focus on a little bit more. I'm not saying, you know what I mean, put all that in there, but what I'm saying is that there's so much beauty, there's so much light, there's so much love, warmth, radiance within the simple, mundane things that people overlook on a regular basis. And I need you to stop for a moment and just smell the roses for a second. Literally and figuratively. Savor every bite, every moment. All of this is fleeting. I need you to truly understand the blessing that you have that is your life and your existence, and the ability you have as a person to express yourself and pour out whatever's inside of you. I think you should really give yourself a pat on the back right now for having made it this far, for having gone through so much shit and still being such a bad bitch and keeping on chugging, you know what I mean? Because it's hard out there, man. It's hard as fuck out there. Because it's really tough out there, man. It's not easy out there. And I'm really proud of you for still being here and still pressing on, despite everything that you've been through, despite everything that you're going through currently. I know things are going to work out for you and I. I know things are going to be stunning, beautiful, warm, vibrant. I know that we are going to create the life we want for the people we want for ourselves, and that we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to cross our T's, dot our I's, and baby, have such a good time doing it. Yeah. With that said, intermission over. Sit with that for a bit. Think about it. Let's get back to the art.
As you can tell, we moved from my leg to my arm. Love, I started doing on my leg, and after a while, I said, no, absolutely not. We are not putting ourselves through that right this minute, my love. I'll be honest with you, story time. When I was doing my own tattoos, I wanted to cry. And sometimes tears did escape me a little bit, especially when I was when I was lining out my feet. I did 7 in one night and it was on both feet, right? So it was like 7 altogether. And at one point, first of all, I had a mouth guard in. Like for like wrestling and like contact sports, I had a mouth guard in. And after I was done lining the 7 out, I was supposed to go back in and like fill them in and shade them and whatnot. But I said, no, absolutely not. I'm crying. I am in so much pain. And I wasn't like bawling, but I was like, yeah, no, I'm like biting on this fucking mouth guard every 2 seconds. I need to like take a break and come back to this after it heals a bit. So I did. But yeah, I moved over to my arm because I just, one, didn't want to put up with the pain and I didn't want to do it. Listen, when somebody else does a tattoo on me, it's fine. Feel free. Stab away. But when I do it, sometimes it's a yes or a no. An absolutely no. I have the same beetle on myself 2 or 3 times. I know it's at least 2. I started doing one on my leg and then I covered that up. I blasted over it. Then I started doing on my inner arm and I covered over that and I said, yeah, no. It's just not gonna happen today, Buster. But despite me moving it over to my arm, like the ditch area, I did line it out. Did I cry about it? Yes. Not as much as I would have if it was my leg, but I did still whine about it a little bit. And I didn't end up finishing it either. So don't give me shit. I started shading some in and then I said, I don't want to do this right now. So what I'm saying is, despite me not having finished the tattoo, I still enjoy him, and I still think he was cute, and I still think he looks neat. Now, I'm not going to show you in this video what he looks like. You'll just have to see and catch him in one of the next ones that follow. On top of this being kind of a lesson in detachment and flowing with the constant and ever-changing ebbs and flows of life, even though it's just a silly little tattoo, you know what I mean? It's a lesson in letting go, and letting go of control, letting go of the idea that things have to play out in a specific manner. Am I still gonna fuck with a kitty cat on my arm? Yeah, add it to the collection, bitch. Fucking toss more kitty cats on that motherfucker. But
what I'm saying ultimately is sometimes things are not going to work out the way you think they are going to work out. And sometimes they won't even work out. But ultimately, they might be for the best. And you just kind of have to accept that and roll with the punches and keep on pushing regardless. Let it be known, though, for the record, we still like and we still fuck with the cat. Still a cute little fellow in my ditch. Leave him alone. Let that man heal. Let that man grow.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming and stopping by. I hope you understand that there's so much more that lies ahead. This is only the tip of the iceberg. We've still got so much art to pour out, so much to discover about ourselves and about life and about the beautiful, amazing people in it. I can't wait to share the story with you. Frog's right there. But, yeah, I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you were able to take something away from today and that you had a good time. I hope that after this, you, bitch, go drink some fucking water and stay hydrated and have a little snack while you're at it. Please and thank you so much. I'm gonna go listen to some music. Actually, I ain't gonna go nowhere. I'm gonna put the song on right now, and I'm gonna we're gonna roll this out here in a minute. But I really do appreciate you for stopping by, taking the time to sit with this. If you made some art along the way, great, beautiful, as you should. Make some art for your soul, whether that is cooking, whether that's poetry, a film, art, painting, whatever the case may be. Do something. I implore you, I dare you, bitch, to go do something for your soul. Create art for your soul, and whatever that might look like. Please, for your sake, and for the sake of life, and for the sake of simply existing and just being. With that said, love, I wish you well. I wish you love, light, beautiful, glistening life. I wish you blue skies, sunshine, and a gentle breeze all the way, inside and throughout, here and now. Cheers, man. Godspeed, and take care of yourself, right? I'm gonna roll us out with this song, though, for real this time.